Dallas, Texas. Welcome to BRAWL. On July 4th, GTW will be celebrating our independence at Washington, D.C. for Declaration of Domination. However, this Saturday will be our next pay-per-view event, State of Emergency, live in Baltimore. And what a card we have. Steven Dynamite versus Benjamin Bourne for the world title. Jon Moxley versus Samoa Joe for the Grand Tour title. Tonight, there will be a number one contender match for both the Women's Intercontinental Championship and the GTW Hardcore Championship. Both titles being defended this Saturday. However, there is one match, a certain main event I am reluctant to book. As a promoter, I know this is a main event worth the price of admission. But as a father, every gut feeling is telling me not to sanction this match. That is why.
Dad, let me stop you right there. In this ring, I'm your employee first and your daughter second. I am not asking special treatment.
I never intended to give you special treatment, but you don't know what you're asking for. This is a 3 stages of hell match. Never mind risking your title, you're risking your life. You'll be put in not 1, but 2, possibly 3 different match types. One more dangerous than the last. And on top of that, you're challenging your best friend. Are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want?
My best friend? Amanda set me up. She made everyone, including Steven, think I assaulted her. She turned everyone against me. Yes, Dad, I want this.
You understand, I handle all the paperwork on medical. Amanda never faked a thing. She was in a coma for nearly a month. She has suffered multiple blows to the head with a bat. What happened to her was real. I was the first one to see the footage of you doing the deed. Honestly, I expected this from your brother. I thought you were better. Now, rather than owning up to it, you're going to put yourself at risk. And you want me to be okay with this?
I never assaulted her. Amanda is spreading lies, and now even you're turning on me. My own father. No one will believe me. All I can do is the only thing I know how to do, and that is to fight.
Alright then. You understand that if I book this, I can't stop it. You will be going through 3 stages of hell. So I will ask you one final time. Which, are you absolutely sure this is what you want?
Stop protecting me and book the damn match.
Very well. This Saturday, for the main event of State of Emergency, will be The Witch, defending the Women's Grand Tour Championship in a 3 stages of hell match. The first round will be determined in a Falls Count Anywhere match. No DQ, no countouts, pins and submissions can take place anywhere in the arena. The second round will be inside a steel cage. And if somehow you both survive, there must be a third round, the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker will be determined in an ambulance match. You will only win by beating your opponent to the point that they must be locked inside the ambulance to be sent to the nearest hospital. The match is booked. But if you're going to ask me, you are making the same mistake as me and your brother. With that said, good luck.
You hear that, Amanda? I'm coming for you. And this time, I really am gonna put her in the hospital.
Which?
Well, that's it. The match is booked this Saturday on pay-per-view, live streaming right here at Infinite Fantasy /twitch.tv. It's gonna be The Witch defending her Women's Grand Tour Championship against Amanda Price in a 3 Stages of Hell match. The first match will be a Falls Count Anywhere. That means no disqualifications, submissions, and pinfalls can count anywhere inside the arena. Round 2 will be a steel cage match. And if need be, the tiebreaker will be an ambulance match against Douglas Sebastian's better judgment. The match is now officially sanctioned as our pay-per-view main event this Saturday. Everyone, welcome to GTW Brawl. I'm your host, Infinite Fantasy, and we are live in this sold-out arena. And do we have a card for you tonight? Coming up next, we got a qualifying match for the Declaration and Domination ladder match as Adam Copeland goes one-on-one against Grayson Holiday. A number 1 contender match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship as Amy Blackwell will be going one-on-one against Amaya. We got another qualifying match for the Declaration of Domination ladder match for the women's division as Jamie Hayter will get her rematch for the second time against Red. This will be their final one-on-one match together to end their rivalry and see who's going to Declaration of Domination on July 4th. And we have a number 1 contender match for the Hardcore Championship. Tony D Angelo versus the Sandman. The winner will be taking on Sabu at State of Emergency for the Hardcore title. Everyone, welcome to GTW Brawl.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds, Adam Cooper.
We have Adam Copeland in the ring here in this sold-out arena, live on Brawl, going one-on-one against Grayson Holiday. The winner will be going on to the men's division Declaration of Domination ladder match on 4th of July.
from Sanford, North Carolina, weighing in at 230 pounds,
Grayson Holiday, as of late, has been on a bit of a losing streak. However, his luck may have just changed last week as he quickly dominated the Lock in the Lock's debut match inside a steel cage match, a match that barely went on for 3 minutes. Grayson Holiday showing GTW that he still has what it takes to be championship material. If he can continue that streak here tonight and defeat Adam Copeland, he'll be going on to the Declaration of Domination to compete in a 4-man ladder match. The winner will be known as the Declaration holder. Inside their briefcase is a contract that can be cashed in for any singles championship match within their division at any time of their choosing. And here we go. Grayson Holiday attempting to start things with a clothesline. Adam Copeland just eating it. Now, what we got here is a young, very hungry, very energetic, full of hitting potential Grayson Holiday versus a 35-year vet, Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland with decades of experience putting Grayson Holiday in a headlock. Amazing counter by the former Intercontinental Champion as Grayson Holiday now takes control of this match, throwing Adam Copeland out of the ring. Grayson Holiday now moving outside. And a kick to the midsection by Adam Copeland. And look at those knees. Now comes in, scoop body slam on the outside floor. And you can just tell how hungry both men are. Winning this match will give them the opportunity to compete in a ladder match, will give them the advantage of going after any championship they want. They can cash in any time they want. It could be backstage, it could be in the middle of the ring, could be in the middle of a match, could be right after a match. They can get a champion when they are most vulnerable and have the complete advantage. Adam Copeland now taunting Grayson Holiday to get back in the ring. Goes to counter the punch. And Holiday going for those shots to the ribs. Nice kick by Adam Copeland. The Rated R superstar coming in for Snake Eyes onto the top rope. Here comes the pin. One. And an immediate kick out by Grayson Holiday. And again, Adam Copeland, 30 to 35-year veteran in the ring. Decades of experience over Grayson Holiday. Grayson Holiday, a young man full of potential, full of energy, very, very hungry as he comes in with a moonsault onto Adam Copeland. And now he's working on that arm. And the disadvantage Adam Copeland does have in this match is because he's had decades of wrestling on his belt and all that experience. He's also got decades of injuries, of a worn out body. Adam Copeland way past his prime, nearing his days of retirement. Probably won't be able to take as much punishment as Grayson Holiday in this singles match, despite his experience overall. As Holiday now going for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Adam Copeland. Holiday going for that crossbody splash, nobody home, and this is where Adam Copeland's experience comes into play as he knew just the right amount of distance to stay away from Grayson Holiday there. And now the two going into a battle of strikes. Adam Copeland with a huge right hand followed by an open hand chop. Grayson Holiday with a smack to the back of Adam Copeland. The two going back and forth, and Adam Copeland now showing him why he's the Rated R superstar as he goes in for those offensive chops. Grayson Holiday moving in, and here comes Adam Copeland with a knee right into the head of Grayson Holiday. Adam Copeland setting up. Looks like he's about to go for the spear. And Holiday just passing out on him and just gets a shoulder up, and Adam Copeland's wondering what just happened here. He was about to nail the spear, and Grayson Holiday just completely fainted, woke up just in time to kick out. Elbow by Grayson Holiday, jumps out of the ring, DDT onto the apron, the hardest part of the ring, right there, that reinforced frame. And what a maneuver by our former Intercontinental Champion, Grayson Holiday, bringing the fight to Adam Copeland. And a DDT by Adam Copeland, reversing Grayson Holiday. Holiday barely getting to his feet right now. Adam Copeland daring him to stand back up. And now Adam Copeland for a trio row. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Grayson Holiday. This singles match continues, our opening match here on Brawl. Elbow drop by Adam Copeland onto the shoulder blade of Grayson Holiday. I think Adam Copeland might have hurt himself on that exchange as well. Like I said, he's got the veteran experience, but vice versa, he's also got that same amount of damage to him. Adam Copeland hits the spear, and here comes the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Adam Copeland advances to declaration of domination.
Here is your winner, Adam Cooper.
Impressive victory by the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland. Now will be competing in the 4-man ladder match at Declaration of Domination for a chance to win the title Declaration holder. Don't go away, folks, because when we return, we have a number 1 contender match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Amy Blackwell versus Amaya. The winner will be taking on Haley Webb at State of Emergency for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and that's coming up next here on Brawl. Victoria Wong here, and I am with the Grand Tour champion Samoa Joe. This Saturday, you are set to defend the Grand Tour title against Jon Moxley. Last week, he claimed that he will beat you for the title and use it to save wrestling. Do you have any comments? Save wrestling? I do not know what needs to be saved. The competition has never been this high. Jon Moxley is a delusional maniac who thinks himself as the bloody messiah. Me and Mox have gone to hell and back, and if he thinks he's going to beat me this Saturday, if he thinks of me as weak, he's in for a rude awakening. The reason this interview is in the back here and we are not talking in the ring is because our director knows what we will do to each other before the match. Moxley wants to bring wrestling to the next level, then let's start at State of Emergency. In fact, let's lose the wrestling. Let's make it a fight. Moxley, let's make it an underground match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia, Amy Blackwell.
And here comes Amy Blackwell making her way to the ring. This is a number 1 contender match for the Intercontinental Championship. The winner will be facing Haley Webb at this Saturday's pay-per-view, State of Emergency.
And her opponent from Newark, New Jersey,
And here comes Double Trouble Amaya making her way to the ring. This is the girl who claims that rules are meant to be changed, meant to be broken. And this Saturday, she could have the opportunity to do just that if she can defeat Haley Webb for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. But first, she's going to have to get through Amy Blackwell in tonight's #1 contender match. That's right, one of these two women will be Haley Webb's opponent for our pay-per-view this Saturday for the Women's Intercontinental title. And Amaya coming into the ring very, very confident in her abilities to win tonight's qualifying match. However, Amy Blackwell, known for her hardcore streak, known for her gritty, no-nonsense brawling style, might be more than a match for Amaya here tonight. Here comes the bell. Amaya getting kicked by Amy Blackwell. Blackwell starting this match off strong. I said before she had a no-nonsense brute force brawling style, and it's already showing in the openings of this matchup. And right away, Blackwell systematically working on the arm of Amaya. And now she comes in, reverse suplex on Amaya. And already taking control. Blackwell waiting for Amaya to get to her feet. And a huge elbow by Amaya. But Amy Blackwell catching the kick. Amaya throwing a second. Great strategy by Amaya using a feint kick to distract her. Catching her off guard with a secondary. Amaya pulling herself up on the ropes and receives an open hand shot by Amaya. Here comes Amaya running in. Clothesline onto Amy Blackwell. She goes for the pin. And it's a one. Immediate kick out by Amy Blackwell. Blackwell was starting this match off very strong. However, Amaya is showing her resourcefulness. And it's as she says, change the rules. It's not about how strong you are. It's about how smart you are. Blackwell sees it coming this time, and she sets her up. Snap suplex by Amy Blackwell. Both these women have a huge opportunity here. The winner take on Haley Webb for the Women's Intercontinental Champion this Saturday at State of Emergency, our pay-per-view event. Live in Baltimore. And here's an uppercut by Amaya taking down Blackwell. And Amaya coming off the ropes. Drop kick. Blackwell is down. And just look at her slamming Blackwell's head into the corner like a dumbbell. An amazing bulldog by Amaya. Oh, wait. What's this? That's, I didn't know better, that would be... It's Adriana Rizzo! Adriana Rizzo just hit Amaya with the steel chair! The referee never saw it! The referee never saw it! Adriana Rizzo of the family just held Amy Blackwell! Amaya is down. Amy Blackwell too slow to capitalize though. Amaya able to kick out. I wonder what that's all about though. Why would Rizzo be helping Amy Blackwell? Backbreaker by Amy Blackwell. And you see Rizzo now watching on in Amy Blackwell's corner. I wonder if Amy Blackwell has the family in her pocket. Doesn't matter now, as Blackwell now taking advantage, going for a missile dropkick outside the ring off the top turnbuckle. And Amaya fighting back as she slams Blackwell's head into the ring apron. We're halfway through the countout. There goes Amaya getting back in the ring. She's shaking off the cobwebs, gaining the advantage. And Blackwell with a big boot onto Amaya. Amaya coming in, fisherman spike suplex. And here comes the pin. And Amy Blackwell managing to get the rope break. Kick in the midsection. Amaya coming in. And Blackwell with those huge right hands. Amaya off the ropes. Super kick right into the face of Blackwell. And Blackwell now receiving a clothesline by Amaya. There's the Irish Whip, Blackwell off the ropes, and another super kick by Amaya. And it looks like whatever Amy Blackwell's plan is with Rizzo just completely went to hell. And no, Amy Blackwell just completely ate it. She just completely ate it. She's completely powering through Amaya after all that. Blackwell still managing to power through her opponent. Now making her way to the top rope. Frog splash. And here comes the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Amaya. Looks like Blackwell ready to finish this off. Nice scissor kick. She goes for the pin. Could this be it? 1, 2, and again Amaya getting the shoulder up, and you can see the visible frustration on Amy Blackwell's face. Blackwell now on the second rope, waiting for Amaya to get up, but nobody home. Comes the Irish Whip and a super kick by Amaya. Waiting for a mistake, she's getting away from the ropes. Here she comes, another fisherman suplex. Here comes the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Amaya wins. Amaya will be Hayley Webb's opponent at State of Emergency. Despite the interference from Adriana Rizzo, Amaya is still the #1 contender. It will be her versus Hayley Webb this Saturday here at Infinite Fantasy /Twitch.tv, live streaming on pay-per-view. Coming up next, we got our next qualifying match for the women's division. Declaration of Domination, Jamie Hayter versus Red in their third match to finish off the rivalry. Coming up next, here on Brawl. So what happened out there? What was that all about? Don't worry about Lorenzo. It's fine. Just a little business that Tony picked up. He asked me to handle it personally. Just someone asking a favor from the family. Yeah, well, speaking of Tony, can you believe his BS? First he loses the European title. Then he loses the qualifying match, and instead of giving me the opportunity to take on Sabu or take care of this family business, he gets himself the #1 contender match for the hardcore title. He keeps preaching that it's about the family, having gold, but it seems he's the only one getting the opportunities. Lorenzo, it is about the family. Tony has the best shot at bringing home the hardcore title, and you know it. But to get there, he needs our support. Relax, Adriana. I have his back. I always do. Just a bit frustrated is all. Hey, hang in there. Your opportunity will come soon. Tony always looks out for those loyal to the family. Welcome back, everyone, and it's time for our next qualifying match for the Declaration of Domination ladder match, this time for the women's division. It's been a long rivalry between Red and Jamie Hayter, already facing off twice, Red winning both times. This will be their final match against each other one-on-one. However, this time with a prize involved. The winner will go to 4th of July at Washington, D.C. to compete in the Declaration of Domination ladder match. Whoever wins the ladder match will be the declaration holder. Inside the suitcase is a contract that can be cashed in at any time of their choosing for any singles title within their division. Red versus Jamie Hayter coming up right here on BRAWL.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Fulton, New York, Red.
And here comes Red, making her way to the ring. The match completely clawed in that contract she is holding right there. If she wins tonight, she'll be competing in a 4-woman ladder match for a chance to win the ultimate contract locked inside a briefcase. If she is the declaration holder, she can cash in for any championship she wants at any point.
And her opponent from England.
And here comes Jamie Hayter. You gotta be wondering what's going through the mind of Hayter here tonight. This will be her 3rd match against Red. Every time Jamie Hayter and Red have had a confrontation, every time they've wrestled a match, it's been Red who has come out on top. Red who has consistently defeated Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter who has consistently taken beatings from this woman, unable to get her justice, unable to get her revenge, unable to get her receipt. Will tonight be her lucky night? Will she finally be able to defeat Red in their 3rd match, one-on-one? And they come staring off. And the referee breaking off, saying, wait for the bell. You can tell how badly these two women want a piece of each other. And Jamie Hayter starting out strong with a sweeping neckbreaker on the Red. You can tell how badly she wants to be Red. I think for Jamie Hayter, this isn't about qualifying for the Declaration of Domination match on 4th of July. For Jamie Hayter, this is about defeating Red once and for all. This is about getting the receipt. And here comes Red with a dragon screw onto Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter with a huge right hand onto Red. He goes for the Irish whip. And now the two women grappling up. Red bringing Hayter into the corner, and the referee forcing them to break up. Huge shot to the ribs by Red. And she goes for the Irish whip once again. She goes under Jamie Hayter, goes over. Full momentum, and Hayter reversing with a shoulder block. And now Hayter bringing Red against the ropes this time. The referee once again intervening. You can just see how bad Jamie Hayter wants this. Again, trapping Red into the corner. The referee, oh, and there's Red with a cheap shot. The ref giving Red a warning. And a clothesline by Jamie Hayter. Huge overhand chop by Red. And she comes in. Ooh, elbow right into the solar plex of Jamie Hayter there. And followed by a power slam. Jamie Hayter starting at deja vu as Red is gaining the advantage in this match. Again, Jamie Hayter has never once been able to defeat Red in the 2 times they have wrestled. In all the fights and all the brawls, it's always been Red coming out on top. Hayter has so much to prove in tonight's match. Goes for the elbow into the arm, working on the joints. And another clothesline by Jamie Hayter, sticking to her strengths. And you can see that this woman from England is getting fired up. German suplex by Jamie Hayter. And now she's got Red exactly where she wants her. Hayter gaining the advantage, driving the knee into the back of the head of her opponent. And now she's setting her up. And there's Red with a clothesline on the Jamie Hayter. She saw the finisher coming. She goes to grapple her. She's got Jamie Hayter. Oh no, Hayter getting out of the maneuver. Huge right hand followed by an open hand chop by Red. And Jamie Hayter inviting her. She wants to get into a straight up brawl. The two in a straight up fist fight right now in the middle of the ring, and Jamie Hayter just won the exchange. Red completely wobbling around. And a clothesline by Jamie Hayter. Red was flying. 1, 2, 3. Jamie Hayter finally did it. Jamie Hayter has finally defeated Red. And it's going to be Jamie Hayter going to the Declaration of Domination. She has not only won a huge opportunity, but has finally gotten her receipt. And here comes Red leaving the ring now. And locking eyes with Jamie Hayter. I don't think Red can believe it. I can't believe that she lost to Jamie Hayter here tonight. When we return here on GTW Brawl, we still got our #1 contender match for the hardcore title, Tony D Angelo versus the Sandman, coming up next. You wanted to see me? Yes, it seems you have a Grand Tour title opportunity at State of Emergency. 3 stages of hell. That is going to be quite the challenge. The title is just a bonus. I just want to get my hands on that witch. Oh, I'm sure. Beating you to death not once, but twice now? And did she accuse you of making it up? Now, you and I both know that is not true. Excuse me, Miss Cassidy. Is there a point to this? Yes, actually. How would you like to get a piece of her early tonight? Okay, I'm listening. I have tonight's main event booked. You and Jon Moxley versus The Witch and Samoa Joe in a tag team match. How does that sound? I normally prefer Steven Dynamite to be my tag team partner. Dynamite has requested the night off, and could you really blame him? Says he needs to think about a few things. I'm sure it's nothing. Anyway, do you want the match or not? Okay. I'll get my gear ready. That's my girl.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the family from Chicago, Illinois. Weighing in at 240 pounds, Tony D Angelo.
And Tony D Angelo making his way to the ring to take on the Sandman. The winner will be going to State of Emergency to take on Sabu for the hardcore title. And we've already seen the family in action earlier tonight as Adriana Rizzo attempted to help Amy Blackwell defeat Amaya to qualify for to become #1 contender for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Even though the plan completely backfired. According to Adriana Rizzo, it's just family business that they were asked to take care of. Apparently, Amy Blackwell went to the family for a favor. However, right now, the family is in business for himself.
Weighing in at 240 pounds, the Sandman.
As I said, the family is in business for himself. Right here, right now, is Tony D Angelo about to go one-on-one against the Sandman. The winner will be taking on Sabu this Saturday at State of Emergency for the hardcore title. Now, the Sandman, he is no stranger to the hardcore division. Him and Sabu have probably had more matches than any of us can count. And when the hardcore title's on the line, that makes it a hardcore rules match right in the Sandman's element. However, this #1 contender match will be a singles matchup. The Sandman will have to fight outside of his comfort zone within the constraints of disqualifications and countouts. That Singapore cane in his hand will do him no good here tonight. Both the Sandman and Tony D Angelo, both known to be ruthless brawlers, to be street fighters. So despite that this will be a singles match, we're going to get a heavy-duty brawl between these two competitors here tonight. And whoever wins, I'm sure, is going to be a more than worthy opponent for Sabu at State of Emergency on pay-per-view this Saturday, live here on Infinite Fantasy /twitch.tv. And if you missed the live stream, don't worry. You can catch episodes of Brawl, Dystopia, and pay-per-view events at the Infinite Fantasy If YouTube channel. All you gotta do is like, comment, and subscribe. And for those of you following me on Twitch, if you want to skip the commercials, hit that subscription fee to get commercial-free content here on the Twitch live streams. Sandman getting this sold-out crowd riled up. And here's D'Angelo with a spear onto Sandman. Great way to opening tonight's #1 contender match. The winner taking on Sabu at State of Emergency for the hardcore title. And I guess Tony D'Angelo knows better than to meet Sandman in a brawl, going in some of that good old-fashioned wrestling into the mix. And a huge left hand by the Sandman. D'Angelo again taking Sandman off his feet. Earlier tonight, we saw Channing Lorenzo showing frustration from Tony D'Angelo, wondering why D'Angelo is getting himself these opportunities for the title. He just lost the European title. He just lost his qualifying match for declaration and domination, and yet here he is in his #1 contender match against the Sandman, and you can definitely feel the frustration coming from Channing Lorenzo as he's wondering what exactly is his place in the family. Earlier tonight, it was Adriana Rizzo who was trusted to handle business between Amy Blackwell and Amaya, not Lorenzo himself. It is Tony D'Angelo here in his #1 contender match, not Lorenzo, and he's very much wondering what his value is in the family. D'Angelo showing a huge advantage over the Sandman in tonight's match. Because we're dropkick, this time the Sandman sees it coming, and he rolls D'Angelo into a pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by D'Angelo. Sandman going to fly as he does a somersault over the top rope onto D'Angelo. The king of hardcore now gaining the advantage over D'Angelo, and wouldn't it be something if Sandman were to win this #1 contender match if we got one final Sandman versus Sabu hardcore match at this weekend's pay-per-view event. And here goes Sandman, who's beating D'Angelo to death with that Singapore cane. And here comes Sandman on that top rope. And he comes in, Swanton. And here goes for that elbow. The Sandman really putting that beating on D'Angelo. And here comes Lorenzo. Lorenzo coming in to save the day. Coming in to show his value in the family. Oh no! Oh no! Lorenzo just knocked out D'Angelo. Channing Lorenzo has finally had enough of Tony D'Angelo and just completely laid him out for the Sandman. The referee wondering what's going on here. Because the #1 contender for the hardcore title, countouts still apply, but there is no disqualification in this match. Therefore, the interference 100% legal in this match. And Lorenzo just took advantage of it, betraying Tony D'Angelo. You gotta see that, you gotta feel for D'Angelo, probably full of emotions right now, and rather than letting it take him down, he's using it to fuel his aggression, letting it fuel his resolve against the Sandman. And here comes the pin. 1, 2, and the Sandman gets the shoulder up. D'Angelo trying to get his sauce together after that betrayal. I think I am too. D'Angelo, though, still able to keep his focus and pick up the win. D'Angelo still #1 contender for the hardcore title.
Here is your winner, Tony D Angelo.
D'Angelo now going to face Sabu at State of Emergency. But one can wonder, what is Lorenzo next after his hardcore title match this Saturday? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event. We got tag team action as Amanda Price and Jon Moxley go up against The Witch and Samoa Joe right here on BRAWL.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 240 pounds, Jon Moxley! And her partner, one half of the Mixed Tag Team Champions, and one half of the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, Amanda Price.
At Battle of Champions, Amanda Price and Steven Dynamite had become the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. This weekend, it's going to be Amanda Price versus The Witch for the main event in a 3 Stages of Hell match for The Witch's Women's Grand Tour Championship. If Amanda Price wins, that will make her a 3 belt holder champion, placing Amanda Price as the top wrestler in GTW. Something The Witch has been craving for a very long time.
And their opponents, first, from Long Beach, California, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Grand Prix champion, the Samoan Joe!
Samoa Joe, the Grand Tour champion, will be defending his championship against Jon Moxley this Saturday at State of Emergency, live in Baltimore. But it won't just be a championship match. It's been made official that Samoa Joe and Jon Moxley will face each other in an underground match. That means the ropes will be removed, the crowd surrounded by a lumberjack crowd. It's going to be no DQ, no disqualification. And here comes the Women's Grand Tour champion, The Witch, making her way to the ring. And it seems the only one who has not turned their backs on the Witch is the crowd itself.
From Salem, Massachusetts, the Women's Grand Prix champion, The Witch!
Now the question is, everyone claims they've seen the video footage of the Witch attacking Amanda Price a month ago, giving her that concussion, while conveniently taking her place as one half of the Mixed Tag Team Champions with Steven Dynamite. The Witch is claiming that it was a setup, that Amanda Price had made up the whole thing and set her up. Both of them basically fighting over Dynamite's love right now, and Dynamite taking the night off tonight, wanting absolutely nothing to do with this. And in this tag team match, we're going to be starting off with Jon Moxley and the Grand Tour champion, Samoa Joe. These two will be one of the headliner matches going into State of Emergency as they face each other in an underground match. The ropes being completely removed. No barriers between those two men. And now Amanda Price tagging in, being completely overpowered by Samoa Joe. And Amanda Price using her technical prowess to move into a DDT. Amanda Price, trained by an Olympic gold medalist, trained by Kurt Angle himself. She's well-rounded in her knowledge of technical wrestling, and has proven more than once that she is more than capable of taking on someone double her size. Which might be another matter, though. The women's Grand Tour champion, also known for taking on men double her own size. Score the Witch, because her amazing high-flying style, her amazing theatrics in the ring. The Witch becoming Grand Tour champion originally by defeating her brother Dio Sebastian in a Hell in a Cell match back at WrestleNova. It's only because of the brand split that the Grand Tour title was split into a men and women's division at some point, of which was considered the best wrestler in GTW, and that is who Amanda Price will be facing this Saturday at State of Emergency. And we're getting a bit of a preview right now, as both the Witch and Amanda Price are the legal women in this mixed gender tag team match. Witch slamming the Witch onto the ring apron, and they grapple up. These two will be facing at 3 stages of the Hell match. Price going for the pin, the Witch with an immediate kick out. The first match will be a Falls Count Anywhere. The second, a steel cage, and if need be, the tiebreaker will be an ambulance match. Very fitting, considering this whole thing was about the Witch. And oh, the Witch going for a somersault. However, Amanda Price managed to jump out of the way and make the tag with Jon Moxley. Moxley now the legal man in the ring. And I'll tell you, Jon Moxley is as ruthless as they come. One of the most hardcore wrestlers in GTW to date. And the Witch about to show exactly what she can do as she dodges the clothesline, moving into a helicopter, and takes down Moxley. Witch now making an attack to Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe will be the opponent of Jon Moxley in the Underground match this Saturday at State of Emergency for the Grand Tour title. And Moxley quickly making the tag to Amanda Price. Amanda Price, who is one half of the mixed gender tag team champions, one half of the undisputed tag team champions. And there's Samoa Joe going out of the ring to attack Moxley. Amanda Price coming to his aid, and a Russian leg sweeper by Amanda Price. For this main event match, there will be no countouts. This match will have a decisive winner here tonight, as Amanda Price comes in with an elbow drop onto Samoa Joe outside the ring. And once again, Amanda Price putting that Olympic gold medalist training to use as she outmaneuvers Samoa Joe. He might be much bigger and much stronger, but Amanda Price is much more nimble, much faster, and definitely has more knowledge of wrestling than the Grand Tour champion. He comes in, once again intercepting, saving Moxley, now tagging Jon Moxley in. They throw Samoa Joe against the ropes, and Amanda Price and Moxley with a double shoulder tackle onto the Grand Tour champion. Huge headbutt by Jon Moxley onto Samoa Joe as he now goes for the pin. It's going to be 1, 2, and Samoa Joe with the kick out. This tag team match continues. What a night we've had so far. 2 #1 contender matches, 2 qualifying matches for Declaration of Domination. The stage nearly all set for this Saturday and 4th of July. We got our 2 main events rolled up into one. Right here on BRAWL in this tag team match, Samoa Joe punishing Jon Moxley, now tagging in the Women's Grand Tour champion, The Witch. And what a dominant tag team The Witch and Samoa Joe are. What a powerhouse these two. You got both the Grand Tour champion and the Women's Grand Tour champion teaming up in tonight's tag team match. And The Witch definitely dominating every time she's in the ring. Kick to the midsection and a X Factor by The Witch onto Jon Moxley as she makes the tag to the Grand Tour champion Samoa Joe. Moxley tagging in Amanda Price. And Samoa Joe using a side switch advantage with a huge clothesline onto Amanda Price. Here he comes. Amanda Price reversing the Samoan drop. Russian leg sweeper by Amanda Price. Now she makes her way to the top rope. Price coming off. Double axe handle off the top rope outside the ring area. And she just tended to go to the Witch. The Witch not having it though. And you see the two just completely staring off. And Amanda Price taunting both opponents. Now once again go after the Witch. Samoa Joe is the legal man, by the way. It's just showing you how personal this is between Price and the Witch right now. Here's Amanda Price with a kick to the midsection. Samoa Joe with the receipt. Here comes the Irish whip. Price coming off the ropes. Bear hug by Samoa Joe. And there's Amanda Price once again, that technical wrestling, that knowledge of the ring at her disposal being shown right there as she uses a very clean counter against the Grand Tour champion. Now coming with those uppercuts, knowing exactly what moves to use against a man the size of Samoa Joe. Power slam by Samoa Joe. And you see Amanda Price just withering in pain right now. And now he makes the tag to the Witch. He goes for drop kick. Amanda Price sees it coming though. Amanda Price coming in with a clothesline. And you see how badly these two women want each other as Amanda Price comes in with a lariat strike. Witch attempting an Irish whip. Amanda Price may be a little too strong for her. The Witch stinking her feet though, going for the legs. And now the women's Grand Tour champion gaining into Amanda Price. Amanda Price though with a counter, open hand chop into the corner. Just joining an elbow, trying to fight back. These two will be facing each other for the women's Grand Tour title in the 3 Stages of Hell match. Now Samoa Joe, the legal man, double shoulder tackle by Samoa Joe and the Witch onto Amanda Price. Scoop body slam by Samoa Joe. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, Amanda Price with a kick out. Now Samoa Joe making the tag to the Witch. Amanda Price with a kick, bring the Witch into the corner. The Witch with a counter of her own. And so far the Witch and Amanda Price have just been doing counter after counter with each other in this tag team match. Both these women seemingly evenly matched. And there's Amanda Price with a clothesline. The Witch going for the leg. Once again a counter, shooting star press. And here comes Samoa Joe being tagged in. The rotation between Samoa Joe and the Witch has been very impressive. And Samoa Joe just powering Amanda Price, bringing her to the top turnbuckle. Oh my gosh, the entire ring just shook under the weight of Samoa Joe. 1, 2, and Jon Moxley gets the save. The Witch very close to getting pinned 1, 2, 3, if not for her partner here tonight, Jon Moxley. Nice use of the knee by Amanda Price with an inverted backbreaker. Jon Moxley now being tagged in, getting into a brawling match, getting into a fight, as you will, with Samoa Joe. And here comes a pile driver by Jon Moxley. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, and there's the Witch with the save. The Witch breaking up the count. This tag team match continues here on our main event for GTW Brawl. Amazing teamwork by Price and Jon Moxley. Amanda Price attacking Samoa Joe from behind. Moxley go for the legs, and now Amanda Price being tagged in as the legal woman. Open hand chop by Amanda Price onto Samoa Joe. Joe going in for an elbow strike. Oh, and what a backbreaker by Samoa Joe, snapping Amanda Price in half. Price now being thrown to the corner. Samoa Joe bring her to the top turnbuckle. Oh, and this could be it. He's going for his finisher. Amanda Price can be laid out. And one. And again, Moxley with a double axe handle, saving Amanda Price. They grapple up. Joe's throwing Amanda Price, throwing Samoa Joe into the corner. She makes her way to the second turnbuckle, using the second rope as leverage, choking Samoa Joe out. Amazing, brilliant strategy by Amanda Price. And the Witch tagging in. She just couldn't wait to get her hands on Amanda Price here. Price reversing the Irish Whip. The Witch going for the counter. Hurricanrana by the Witch. And now the Witch on the top rope. Amanda Price outside the ring. Amazing jump off top rope, going in for an arm drag onto Amanda Price. Maximum damage onto the outside floor. And there's Amanda Price with a fisherman suplex. And it looks like she was about to attempt an ankle lock outside the ring. I don't know what that would have accomplished other than weakening the leg for the Witch a bit. But I guess for Amanda Price right now, the point isn't really to win. It's to soften the Witch up for the real fight coming this Saturday at the main event of State of Emergency, when these two face off in the 3 Stages of Hell match. And back in the ring, Amanda Price go for that Irish Whip. Open hand shot by Amanda Price in the hole. You can hear that echoing throughout this sold-out arena. Amanda Price coming in. The Witch attempting to counter. And oh, amazing maneuver by Amanda Price. And if she can wrestle like that, if she can pull off those maneuvers this Saturday, we could have a new Women's Grand Tour champion. You can tell that took everything Amanda Price had to pull that off and wasn't able to capitalize. The Witch had more time to recuperate than Amanda Price did. And now the two women fighting outside the ring here. The Witch being thrown into the barricade. And the Witch nails the Witch's curse outside the ring. She uses her finisher move, but she needs to get Amanda Price back inside to capitalize. Price with elbows, fighting back, not allowing the Witch to capitalize. And now Amanda Price with her own finisher, using the angle slam. She just nailed the angle slam outside the ring. Can she capitalize? Throwing the Witch back in the ring. And here comes the pin. 1, 2, and Samoa Joe breaks up the count. The Witch coming out of the clothesline. That interference from Samoa Joe might have been all the Witch needed. Now here goes Amanda Price. Shoulder buster onto the Witch. Irish Whip to the Witch now has Amanda Price into the corner. Scoop body slam by the Women's Grand Tour champion. She goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and the Witch pins Amanda Price.
Here are your winners, the Witch and the Samoan Joe.
could this be an omen of things to come when the Witch takes on Amanda Price, defending her Women's Bellator Championship in a 3 Stages of Hell match this Saturday at State of Emergency? In order to find out, follow this live stream account, Infinite Fantasy If /twitch.tv, to see our pay-per-view event, State of Emergency, live streaming this Saturday. And for those of you watching Brawl and Dystopia episodically on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to know when new episodes of GTW come to you on the Infinite Fantasy If YouTube channel. And as always, may your fantasies be infinite. Tune in tomorrow night as we'll be live streaming GTW Dystopia.